Remember that phrase you definitely said at least once when you were younger? Like, oh, I'm going to change the world, or oh, I'm going to be a hero, or oh, I'm going to save the world. Sometimes the purpose of life can come from the most innocent souls, but who believes such naive notions? And when you begin to grow up, so many problems just come out of nowhere and you think, oh no, I didn't expect this. So many people are struggling in their life right now because they can't find their purpose of life, which can lead to some major problems like feelings of emptiness, worthlessness, and helplessness. Luckily, there is a kids show that most of us have seen or at least heard about that is somehow relevant to this topic. My Little Pony. Take a look at the marks on the character's hips. These marks are a visual representation of their purpose of life. But those of us here in the real world aren't branded with such straightforward indications. But for these three ponies, their marks mean tutoring. That means they help other ponies to find their purpose. Well, there was one common thing I found from all the marks in My Little Pony, countless ideas and concepts from TED Talks and articles, and maybe some ideas from the previous TED Talks as well. Whether it's goals or relationships, items or people. They all seem to have one common thing: change. Change is a simple word, but if you dive in, it can mean so much more. Change is something that is rather vague in regards of its content. Oh, and it's change is something that's rather vague in regards of its concept, but it's just essentially two things. One thing making a difference on another. The first thing being yourself, because you are the one that has to fulfill your life's purpose. And the second thing being the thing you will be changing. But what is it? It could be anything, but not all things are exactly qualified to be one's purpose of life. For example, you can't just say, I'll change a table, and that's my life's purpose. Ideally, your life purpose should have two things. It should give you moments of transcendence, basically times that you can really focus on the present and, well, block yourself from the rest of the universe. And it should be originated from a strong emotion, whether it's empathy, whether it's anger, sadness, love, or just a feeling of justice. To make this easier for everyone, I've separated types of change into four main categories: changing yourself, changing others, changing the society, and changing the environment. Changing others can be seen everywhere in daily life. For example, if you just take a few random jobs out of the full ocean of vocations, for example, teachers. Teachers change students. And no, changing doesn't have to be a job either. It could just be a part of your daily life. For example, if you're a parent, your purpose of life might be watching your child grow. Changing the society and changing the environment are things that are generally bigger and make more of a difference. Changing the society are changing things that is related to people and working with problems that first originates from human and disagreements. For example, stopping racism, sexism, discrimination, and social injustices in general. Changing the environment are changing things that are considered outside of the society. For example, stopping deforestation, stopping plastic pollution, etc. Changing yourself is basically self-improvement. Simple activities like exercising indicates your ability and willingness to change yourself, which gives your life more value to yourself. This is also strongly linked to mental health, as a large variety of mental diseases are connected to the feeling of helplessness, making you feel like you aren't able to change anything around you or yourself. Well, why should you do this? Why should you commit your life to something you might not even get an outcome from? Why should you commit your life to something that is related to hard work instead of just, well, enjoying it? People say you should leave a mark on the world before you leave it. Though I wouldn't say that's the best out of all the reasons you should change someone. The reason can be quite selfish, to be honest. You should change other people for yourself, yes. Because scientifically supported that changing other people and making a positive impact on someone will make you fulfilled psychologically. On top of that, it also gives you a unique sense of belonging you can only get when you're committing to something you truly care about. And most importantly, it gives your life a purpose. It gives your life a why that propels you forward in life, and a purpose to live on, and a tomorrow to look forward to. And also, you get a feeling of achievement, which can be quite enriching sometimes. During coronavirus, I had this extreme sense of worthlessness, which I believe some of you, or most of you, have more or less experienced. At the time, well, my time management was horrible, and I just couldn't find a purpose to keep on going because, well, I couldn't manage my time, I had no social life because I was so stressed on all of those assessments. So as on-site school started, I started to improve myself by exercising, by doing my hobbies more, and I started to realize that I was capable of doing things I didn't think I was able to do back then. So why? Because of change. If your purpose of life is such an important thing, how do you find it? Finding your purpose of life may be one of the easiest or hardest things in the world. Sometimes it takes a life or death situation, and sometimes it just takes a drop of inspiration. Oh yeah, in order to know what you want to change, you need to know a subject you are interested in at first. So memorize these questions I ask. Is there something you're interested in? Is there some sort of hobby you're doing and you're committing to? Is there something you're unhappy about that is happening in the world right now? Is there something you would want to change? Are you willing to commit to it? Is there something you value, or is there someone you genuinely love and care about? And are you willing to commit to them? If not, then you might not have found your purpose of life yet. But what if you have? Some people have but are discouraged to do it, either because of external reasons or they're just procrastinators like me. So I have a challenge for you. If you have found your purpose of life but haven't started doing it yet, start. Within this month, start. Whatever it means to start. To plant a tree, to join a club, to recycle. But if you haven't, ask those questions every night before you sleep for, well, 7 days. I can't guarantee you that you would find your purpose of life in that week, but at least you're one step closer. Finding your purpose of life can be extremely hard and can take a lifetime, but I encourage you to never stop, because nothing in this world is worth more than a tomorrow that is worth looking forward to. Oh, whoops. Thanks.